Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shinigami Moroku, and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. Today I will be taking on Ursula's Abyssal Grand Hero Battle Map. I want to focus primarily on just how broken the bonus doubler effect is. Not that anyone needs me to talk about it, since it's pretty much obvious to everyone. Raisin and Kangas are obviously going to be unchanged. I actually don't need Fortified Beasts this time, but since Raisin is available as a 4-star unit, I feel that he's preferable to use to his sister Leanne. I'm actually using a second dancer, Ninian, and she will help keep Eliwood away from Kangas after buffing him. She won't need to do any actual fighting, although I think she could take out the Sword Cavalier if I equipped her Refined Light Breath and Triangle Adept. I gave her Drive Attack too, but you don't necessarily need it. Just nice to have some extra buffs, especially since he's minus attack. But I mentioned the bonus doubler earlier, and here's why. Legendary Eliwood. I'm running just his default kit, obviously, but just his default kit is more than enough to do what needs to be done, as his kit is designed to super buff the units with the highest attack on your team. Ardent Durandal gives the bonus doubler effect, and it's nice to that it gives +3 attack to him, especially because my particular Eliwood has a flaw in his attack stat. And Rally Speed Res Plus and Vision of Arcadia will be our buffing stats. Now, Vision of Arcadia only works if dragons or beasts are deployed, but since everyone else on the team is a dragon or beast, no worries there. Now, what you already know is that bonus doubler takes every stat that is buffed, with a blue stat, and then adds another of that same amount to their in-combat stats. And this is going to make Kangas extremely tanky, because he's running. He has 3733, which is nice for me. I like having him with the resistance boon, because it makes him even tankier. So plus 12 to that. He's running 45 in his resistance and 49 in his defense, which is pretty tanky. But he also has Distant Defense 4, which gives him another 8 to his defense and resistance. So, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start up the battle. No, not particularly. I'll go ahead and get everything started here. First off, I actually want to take Ursula and the Cavalier out as quickly as possible, so what I'm going to do
What's your plan?
Is have Eliwood buff Kangas, and then move him out of the way back up here. Now I'm going to stick Kangas right here, because as you can see, both of these units reach up to this spot. Now, Ursula does have a special, but because of all her super buff, or all of Kangas' super buffs, she isn't going to be doing much to him, even on the physical attack, in combat attack. And he's able to heal away most of that with his ether, and obviously with Raisin's Heron Wing. Now, once again, I'm going to be going ahead and buffing Kangas again and then moving him out of the way. Now, I actually don't. I want the thieves to attack him, so I'm actually going to leave him here next to Rayson. This is actually pretty funny. This guy is like no damage to Kangas, and even with his iceberg, he does one singular point of damage. Now he has a defense debuff, but the thief is still doing nothing to him. I just think that's hilarious. I mean, the Sword Cavalier, thankfully for him, the debuff, helps him actually do some damage, but barely any. Now, I actually don't need to super buff Kangas here, because he actually doesn't really need any speed against this guy. Because he's still doing 60 damage in that whole hit because of Vengeful Fighter. And this guy's running Wings of Mercy rather than a more useful skill, say, Wary Fighter. Now, he does get Defiant Attack 3, which would actually be quite, hurtful, especially if he had, like, a damaging special like Glimmer or something like that. Because even with the -7 debuff, he still has a pretty beefy 57 attack. But fortunately, he won't be able to use it. His Ether does more than enough to get rid of this Axe Knight. And that's the end of the battle. My name is Shinigami Moroku, and if you liked this video, please go ahead and leave a comment, even if you didn't like it. I know that, I'm not exactly using the best software to record this, but if you liked it or if you disliked it, go ahead and leave a comment if you want to see more, because I will be posting more of these Abyssal flares as I figure them out. Go ahead and click the notification bell. I would make a joke about YouTube sub boxes, but that's kind of Phoenix Master 1's shtick. By the way, shout out to Phoenix Master 1. He is like one of the most awesome YouTubers, especially for Fire Emblem, on the, in the YouTube space. And anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have an awesome day.